What have I told you?
The most popular advice about money is not just incomplete, but quietly working against you. It sounds responsible. It sounds safe. It sounds like something a smart adult would say. Work hard. Save your money. Don't take risks. But here's the uncomfortable question. If this advice is so perfect, why do so many hard-working people still feel broke? Why does life feel more expensive every year, even when salaries go up? Today, I'm going to explain the inflation trap in the simplest way possible. No jargon, no math headaches, just stories, visuals, and truth. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it.
Think of money like ice.
If you take an ice cube and leave it on the kitchen table, it doesn't disappear immediately. It melts slowly, quietly, silently. You don't panic. You don't hear alarms. But after some time, it's gone. Money works the same way. If you simply save cash without understanding how the system works, your money slowly melts. And most people never notice it happening. This melting has a name. It's called inflation.
Inflation is not loud.
It doesn't knock on your door. It doesn't send you a bill. It's a silent thief. Here's a simple example. In 2010, a $10 bill could buy you a full pizza, a drink, and maybe even dessert. Today, that same $10 barely covers 2 slices. Did your money disappear? No. Did someone steal your wallet? No. The bill is still there, but its value is smaller. That invisible loss, that shrinking buying power, is inflation. Let's imagine a town with 100 pizzas and $100. That means each pizza costs $1. Simple. Now imagine the government needs more money. They can't make more pizzas overnight, but they can print more dollars, so they print another $100. Now there are 100 pizzas and $200. What happens next? Prices rise. The pizza owner says, "Everyone has more money now. I'm charging $2 per pizza." Nothing physically changed. Same pizzas, same shop, but money lost value. This is inflation. It's not magic, it's math. But wait, there's a hidden trick in the pizza economy that makes this even worse. When the government prints that extra $100, who gets it first? Do they drop it from a helicopter into your backyard? No. Do they mail it to the pizza shop owner? No. The new money usually goes to the big guys first. Big banks, big corporations, government contractors. Imagine the town again. The government gives the new $100 to the banker first. The banker still sees the pizza at the old price of $1. He feels rich. He hasn't realized inflation is coming yet. So he buys 50 pizzas for cheap. He parties. He invests. He enjoys the wealth. By the time that money moves through the town and finally reaches you, the pizza owner has realized what happened. He sees the extra cash floating around. He panics. He changes the sign to $2. So the banker bought pizzas for $1. But by the time you get your paycheck, you are buying them for $2. The rich got the product cheap. You got the price hike. This is why inflation feels like a scam. Because the people closest to the money printer get richer, while the people furthest away, the workers, the savers, the pensioners, get the bill. It's not just prices going up. It is a wealth transfer from your pocket to theirs.
You might think, okay, prices go up a bit.
That's annoying, but manageable. History says otherwise. When inflation gets out of control, it turns into chaos. Let's rewind. Germany, 1923. Prices weren't rising yearly. They weren't rising monthly. They were rising hourly. People demanded to be paid twice a day, because by evening, their morning salary was worthless. Workers ran to bakeries holding stacks of cash just to buy bread before prices changed again. Thieves stopped stealing wallets. Why steal paper when it would be useless tomorrow? Instead, they stole objects: shoes, soap, tools, because objects hold value. Paper doesn't. There's a dark joke from this time, and it's true. A man took a wheelbarrow full of cash to buy bread. He left it outside for 1 minute. When he came back, the money was dumped in the gutter. The wheelbarrow was gone. The wheelbarrow was the real asset. In Germany, it got so bad that a new cultural habit formed. If you went to a bar with a friend, you didn't order 1 beer at a time. You ordered 2. Why? Because if you waited to finish the first beer, by the time you ordered the second one, the price would have gone up. Imagine that. Drinking warm beer just to save money. That is the level of panic we are talking about.
But Germany wasn't even the worst case.
Let's look at the world record holder. Hungary, 1946. If you think prices doubling every month is bad, in Hungary, prices doubled every 15 hours. Imagine waking up at 8 in the morning. A coffee costs 100 pengu. By dinner time, that same coffee is 200 pengu. By breakfast tomorrow, 400 pengu. The government tried to keep up. They printed the largest denomination banknote in human history, the 100 quintillion pengu note. That is a 1, followed by 20 zeros. And you know what it was worth? About 20 cents. There is a famous photo from this time. It shows a street sweeper in Budapest. He isn't sweeping leaves. He isn't sweeping trash. He is sweeping money. Piles of it. Millions of bills, clogging the gutters like wet autumn leaves. People were walking past it, stepping on it, because it was literally not worth the energy to bend down and pick it up. That is the terrifying reality of fiat currency. It works on trust, and when trust breaks, the money returns to its true value. 0.
Think that was ancient history? Let's fast forward.
Venezuela, 2018. Inflation hit 1,000,000%. People stopped counting money. It took too long. They weighed it. How much for milk? 2 kilos of cash. Zimbabwe. The government printed a $100 trillion bill. Everyone became a trillionaire. But here's the punchline. That bill couldn't buy a bus ticket. People used it as toilet paper because it was cheaper. Today, you can buy that bill online for a few dollars as a souvenir. Money turned into a warning sign. Today, inflation is sneakier. Instead of raising prices, companies shrink products. Same price, smaller size. Your chips bag, 60% air, 40% chips. Chocolate bars lose weight quietly. Corners get rounded. Packaging gets taller. It looks the same, but you're paying more for less. This is called shrinkflation. Even toilet paper plays games. 6 mega rolls equals 24 regular rolls. It's not marketing, it's camouflage. Even streaming services do it. Same price, lower quality, more ads. The price tag stayed still. The value collapsed.
Let's put on our detective hats.
And walk through a modern supermarket. Because once you start looking for shrinkflation, you start to feel like you're in the Matrix. Exhibit A. The family cereal box. You know the one? Family size, written in bold red letters. But if you look at the bottom corner, the weight dropped from 19.3 ounces to 18.1 ounces. That's a 6% drop. That's roughly one entire bowl of cereal stolen from every box. If a stranger came into your kitchen and ate a bowl of your cereal every morning, you'd call the police. But when the company does it at the factory, we just buy the box. Exhibit B. The toilet paper math. This is my personal favorite. Trying to buy toilet paper requires a PhD in calculus. 6 mega rolls equals 24 regular rolls. 12 super rolls equals 48 double rolls. What is a regular roll? Nobody knows anymore. The regular roll is a ghost. It doesn't exist. They created this confusing math so you can't compare prices. They widened the cardboard tube in the middle by ½ an inch. Why? Because cardboard is cheaper than paper. You are paying for air. You are paying for cardboard. You are paying for the illusion of abundance. This creates a dangerous illusion. People think, I'm earning more. I got a raise. But life feels tighter. Why? Because wealth isn't the number on your screen. Wealth is what that number can buy. And inflation slowly eats that power. Myth 1. Saving is always safe. If inflation is 5% and your bank pays 1%, you're losing 4% every year. Guaranteed. Myth 2. All debt is bad. Debt reacts differently to inflation. Inflation destroys the value of money, which helps borrowers and hurts savers. Smart people understand this difference. Myth 3. Your house is always your best investment. Homes cost money to maintain. Taxes, repairs, insurance. Some assets protect purchasing power. Others quietly drain it.
So, we know the ice is melting.
We know the government prints more heat. What does a financial freezer look like? A freezer is anything that cannot be printed by a politician. 1. Hard assets. Think of gold or land. There is a limited amount of land on Earth. They cannot print more Manhattan. They cannot print more gold. When the dollar loses value, it takes more dollars to buy that same piece of land. So the price of the land goes up. Did the land get better? No, the money got worse, but the land preserved your wealth. It froze it in place. 2. Ownership. Remember the pizza shop? If you hold cash, you are the customer paying $2 for a slice. You lose. But what if you owned a piece of the pizza shop? When prices go up to $2, the shop makes more revenue. The owner makes more profit. The stock price goes up. By owning businesses, you are on the side of the seller, not just the buyer. You are hedging against the inflation. The wealthy do not keep their money in a bank account. They keep their money in things, buildings, businesses, commodities. They don't hold the ice. They hold the freezer. Inflation melts money by default. Doing nothing is a decision, and it's usually the wrong one. This isn't about getting rich fast. It's about not falling behind slowly. Understanding money isn't optional anymore. Because in a world where money melts, you don't need luck. You need a freezer. If you want to understand how money really moves behind the scenes, subscribe to Financial Exposed. Because once you understand money, everything changes.